Hi YouTube, it's Micah G. On TopShot, I'm Micah G05, and I don't do a lot of these. I'm not a content creator for TopShot unless you're TopShot, in which case I totally am, and please give me some free packs. So yes, this is, I'm sure my mic sucks, and this is, probably going to seem a little amateur, but I just wanted to get out there because in Discord, I'd seen a lot of stuff about the Cool Cat challenges, and I know a lot of people have joined us. So I wanted to take a second to kind of talk about how I'm approaching that challenge, what I understand about the challenge, and the numbers behind the challenge. And I hope that that can help you in whatever investing ways, give you insight that maybe you didn't have before and kind of help you plan your investments. Especially if you're new to Cool Cats, understanding what the Master Challenge is and kind of how these moments are going to work into it is super important. The catalyst for this really is that in a 100 Club chat, there were some people that were commenting about the number of AD moments that are going to be printed, and they seem to think that the number of AD moments printed would mean that the LaMelo moments might be, a high number. And for somebody in 100 Club to not understand that, right, that the Luka print is going to be the blocker, that kind of told me that a lot of people might not be super familiar with, like, logistically what is going to be needed for that Cool Cat challenge. And I want to just make sure people that are buying into this understand what you're buying, how those prices may or may not end up correlating to the overall Master Challenge. So I want to start with what my plan is, a little bit of like how I've collected so far related to Cool Cats. It's important when you look at what I've gathered that I came into NBA Top Shot in December. So I have a lot of advantages in terms of, when the first Cool Cat packs dropped, it allowed you to buy 5 of them at a time. So when that first pack drop happened, I was able to get 5 Cool Cat packs. That combined with, when I joined in December, just having a lot of moments, means that I'm at a distinct financial advantage. I haven't paid a ton in order to get to this situation here. But this is what I'm holding right now. And my thesis in all of this is that I already have, just here, enough to complete the entire Master Challenge. And I'll explain that a little further as I go into the numbers that I've uncovered and kind of the numbers that I look at. What I will say, so my biggest purchase is I purchased this Luka for $7,999. Now, in hindsight, right now as of recording, that Luka goes for $6,799. So not a smart purchase, right? I'm down some amount of money. But for me, this is just a hedge against whatever the Cool Cat challenge ends up being. Because my overall belief, and if you get anything out of this video, is that every other Cool Cat card is not in total value going to be more than the cost of one Luka. As in, I'll be able to sell this card, sell this moment, and pick up every single other moment I need to complete the challenge. So having 2 Lukas, to me, is the entire challenge. This will pay for the cost of all 29 moments you need, right? Or all 28 other than this Luka, if I sell this one. So it's a bit of a hedge. Am I currently price-wise losing a little bit on it? Yes. But that money I dumped in compared to spending it on, Series 2 LE moments, I think I'm doing a lot better than a lot of the market. So let me talk a little bit, kind of the numbers. And I've done a lot of number crunching related to the AD challenge. And at this time, I'm going to expose the window that I've been using that has a lot of the information that I've calculated out. There are in Discord some things floating around. So there's this Cool Cat Master Challenge update. And this is from the 24th. So this data is as of the 24th. So it's been a little while. And then this one is as of the 27th. So yesterday. And what this told me, right, people are basically just, you're scraping CryptoSlam and you're able to see, people that own all 10 of the cool cats, or all 10 of the, right, non-Luca cool cats is listed here. And then this one's just looking at the whole challenge. So this number, because this is 4 days old, this number may have increased, right? People that have all 11. But the root of what I'm looking at, right, is we start with the total Luca cool cat population. And we say there's 3,464 Luca cool cats. Then all the base sets from that first group, right, are out of 5,000. Then the new set was out of 10,000. And the Anthony Davis, as of yesterday, is going to have, at minimum, 6,100. Now, how did I calculate that? That it's going to be at least 6,100. Well, when you look at that Cool Cats page on the screen right now, yes, it says 5,860. But there's also this area down here that has 5 of 10 being 324 people. And I think very few of those are going to be people who had the original 5, right, the out of 5,000 original Cool Cats. I think most of these are going to be people that picked up the 5 needed for the Davis challenge. So I think the real number, as of yesterday, is closer to this. It's closer to 6,100. I think there's also going to be a fair number of people, right, these 4 out of 10s, these 3 out of 10s, that might just be waiting to gather more funds, might be waiting for the price to come down, and it has started to come down some. So the actual number could easily end up closer to 7,000, closer to 8,000. If you think about the number for the Luca, it ended up being over 60%. What, this is like 60, 65, 70%, something like that. Right, it's right, 3,000 would be 60, so it's part of the way up to 70, right? So that's about what you can expect, is that we're going to be sitting minimum 6,100, but potentially a lot more. So when you look at the Luca pop, and one of the ways that I did that is you can go on Evaluate Market, and you can look up, so this is a really useful site. You can look up the Luca Cool Cat, and you can see unique owners and total owned. So these unique owners, and I guess I haven't updated this, but it's probably going to be close. There's actually less unique owners now, so somebody consolidated. But you can see these unique owners, and you can basically say, all right, so there's, we'll change that by 1, right? There's a number of Luca owners, and then there's a number of Luca owners who will need to sell because they have duplicates, right? There's 338 people out there that have a Luca that they're planning on flipping. I'm one of those people. This Luca, right, I am planning on flipping by the end of the contest. I'm not going to hold it. I'm just going to use the profits to buy the rest of the Cool Cats. Then we have, so it's a relatively small number though, right? Then we talk about fully invested Luca owners, and that's 2,292. Where I got that number from is this right here. These are Luca owners who not only have Luca, but they have all 5 of the moments that made Luca, and then they also have all 5 of the moments they need to get AD. So those fully invested Luca owners probably are not flipping their Luca, but they're also not buying AD, right? They're going to get their own AD. So this right here, and potentially some of these other people, right? These are the AD owners, right? Oh, actually, sorry, let me get the other one. These are the AD owners. These are people who are going to get an Anthony Davis. Could be something in the low 6s, could be closer to 7,000. This is their customer base. These are Luca owners who need an AD. There are 835 Luca owners that need an AD. because of these 5,860, a fair portion of that is people who are doing the Master Challenge. They decided to also do the second wave of the Master Challenge. So they're not buying ADs. They're not selling ADs, but they're not buying. So the number of buyers, right, Luka owners who need an AD is 835. The number of AD owners who need a Luka, people who are doing this challenge, but are not currently set up to do this challenge, is 3,808. Where I get that number from, right, is people in my low estimate, 6,100-ish, people there who might be 10 of 10 or 5 of 10, right, but they don't have a Luka, right, because that's basically this number minus this number, this number minus this number. So this is a low bound, right? If it ends up closer to 7,000, this number of AD owners who are going to have an Anthony Davis Cool Cat and are not going to have a Luka is going to be closer to, right, 4,600. So that's a large difference, right? There's a lot more AD owners that would need to buy into Luka to complete the challenge than there are Luka owners who are looking for an AD. So let's talk about if these AD owners, right, 3,808 people that are completing this Anthony Davis challenge, they're going to be trying to do one of two things. Actually, okay, they could be doing one of three things. Let's talk about the option that I am super skeptical about. They could be legitimately wanting this moment right here. And let's just take a second to watch it. All right, a little bit of a spin move. Okay, dunk. They could legitimately be wanting that moment, but I don't think that's a large group. I'm just not positive that that's a lot of collectors. To me, I think the people who are getting this, I think the AD owners that aren't part of this group, right? AD owners that only own AD and do not have Luka. Right, these people are all looking to get money from their Anthony Davis Cool Cat. And I think a lot of those people saw what happened to Luka's Cool Cat. Right? I remember when the challenge first ended and Luka was sitting at around $800. And I was like hesitant to buy a second. Like I was considering, maybe I should invest in a second one, and I didn't buy it. And I think they all saw this massive price increase. And I think that those Anthony Davis owners are anticipating that they will also be able to flip their Anthony Davis for a large amount of money. And I think this is part of my main thesis here. I am a little worried that's not going to be the case. Well, I'm not a little worried because I'm actually betting that it won't be the case. But I think they should be a little worried that Anthony Davis is maybe not going to go for multiple thousands of dollars. Now, a lot of the Luka price went up just with the rest of the market. So it wasn't like everyone here suddenly realized that Luka's needed for the Master Challenge. I think they did announce, maybe somewhere over here they did announce, that LaMelo Ball was going to be the reward. I think maybe that's this bump a little bit. But all of this pricing was just the crazy pricing that the market got. Right? There was nothing super impressive about this price increase, because if you look at the price increase for rookie Zion block, it's pretty similar, right? Like on February 8th, this Zion block is $13.72. On February 8th, this is $9.79, right? And now Luka's sitting at what, 6.8, 6.7, and this is sitting pretty close, right? Maybe still a little bit higher. But so a lot of that Luka price increase was just built into the overall market. So expecting that the AD is going to see a similar, right, challenge ends, suddenly it's a multiple $1,000 card. I don't necessarily know that that's going to be the case. I don't think that AD challenge is going to be worth more than what those AD moments lose in value the second the challenge is over. I think they'll dip by more than what that AD ends up being worth. And my thesis doesn't really care what they're worth, right? My thesis is more that whatever that AD and whatever anything else in here ends up being worth, one of these Lukas is going to be worth more. And it's just a matter of supply versus demand, right? There's a number of AD owners that need to get rid of their Luka, need to get rid of their AD if they're not going to do the Master Challenge, or they need to buy a Luka. And the number of Lukas that they actually are going to have access to is pretty low. Right? There's these guaranteed sellers, people that have no reason to hold on to 2 Lukas through the Master Challenge. There's a gap here, right? Another 900 people that haven't put their money into getting all 11 Cool Cats. I'm part of that group, but right, I'm still fully expecting to finish the challenge. I'm just not doing it in a straightforward way, right? I'm consolidating, I'm trying to find the most valuable moments, and I will later turn this into all of the moments I need. So I don't think that they even really have this 900 owners. I think the number of Lukas that this group, right, people that are trying but don't really have access to a Luka, I think the number of Lukas that they're going to be fighting over is going to be really small. And even when you look at what's for sale, right? Lukas for sale, 210. And then they even mention in one of these are tweets, right? They mention one of these about having to sell a kidney, right? There are 305 people that have all the ones for AD, they have all the original 5, and they don't have Luka. So there's less Lukas for sale than there are people that seem to have projected pretty clearly, right? Because otherwise they should be dumping those moments. They projected pretty clearly they want to eventually be able to afford one of these Lukas. So there's 210 available for sale, which is not enough for these collectors. But if you actually look at like serious bids or like serious competitive sales, there's only 47 of them. Because a lot of people have put their Luka up for a totally unreasonable number, right? No one's paying $250,000 for 1090. No one's paying $250 for 1833 or 2919. So the actual number of competitive Lukas that they have to work with, and again, this is like slightly changed right now. There's 218 for sale. So I think it's getting a little bit better, right? Like even since I started planning this video, it's becoming maybe a little bit more more reasonable to try to get into Luka. But this squeeze, regardless of what pricing ends up being, this squeeze is just huge. Like there's so much of a difference between people that right now are projecting they might want to go towards the Master Challenge and Lukas that are actually floating around for them to get. Because again, these 29, 22.92, these people seem to be projecting that no matter what the price is, they're going to go and they're going to snap up whatever they need to finish the Master Challenge. So those Lukas don't seem very liquid. They're not likely to make it onto the market. So the number for sale, I don't anticipate, even if everyone else tries to fire sale, this is not going above 1,000. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of squeeze. There's a lot of interest towards getting a Luka that is not going to be met. But on the other side, you have these future moments that are pretty consistently going to be coming out and are not going to be that rare. These are ones that you might need for the challenge, but that I'm anticipating are not going to be blockers. So let me pull up that list. So this is the 29 cool cats that you need for the challenge. Now, some of these they have not talked about. Some of these haven't really told us what they're doing. But in total, you need 29 of them to get the LaMelo Ball rookie cool cat. This is what we know so far. There's the 5 original cool cats, which gave you a Luka. You need all 6 of those. There's these 5 cool cats out of 10,000 that give you an AD. Then there's going to be 2 more of those. Now, I don't think it's going to be 10,000. I could see this, right, if the platform keeps increasing. I think this one is going to be out of like 25,000, so you get some sort of reward. This one, if the platform continued increasing, could be out of 50,000. Could, right, if it starts to stagnate a little bit, could be out of 25,000. Then you have this. And a lot of people were worried that this could become a barrier or a new bottleneck. But both the CryptoKitties team, when they've discussed it, and a lot, like Jacob from the TopShot team, a couple different people have come out and been like, we're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that the market, that if you want to buy one of these CryptoKitty rewards, it will be easy to do. And on last night's stream, last afternoon stream, they even mentioned that. They said, we're going to give multiple of these Karl Anthony Towns CryptoKitties rewards per collector that signed up, because they're just trying to flood the market and not make TopShot individuals that are going for the overall challenge, not piss them off, basically. So they're going to give these CryptoKitties users a bunch of these things and tell them, okay, now go put them on the market. Great. If you want to collect one, we'll give you 2 or 3 of them. So they're making very clear that they are not going to make this the bottleneck. This one, I'm anticipating, so they've mentioned this, they're going to do a reward from a base moment challenge. And I think they're going to do it on the new moments. So the ones that are out of 25,000, right? Later they might print even more. So this is going to be out of a ton. So I don't anticipate this being a blocker. This is going to be similar to, they've also dropped this like 2 or 3 times that they're going to do a showcase challenge. I'm guessing they're going to do it like they used to do way back in the day. You could get $15 if you basically made a showcase, got 10 people to like it, and then tweeted about it. So there was no barrier. It was like if you wanted it, you just went on there, you did a like for a like situation in Discord, you got your 10 likes, everyone got their 10 likes, you posted about it, and you got your challenge complete. So this one is not going to be a bottleneck. Now what these two are, I don't know. I'm sure they'll try to find other fun and engaging ways to do challenges, but they've demonstrated, especially when they've talked about this, especially when they upped the amount of each cool cat, and probably will continue to, they are not interested in making anything else the bottleneck. Luka is going to be the bottleneck. So, I just mean that to say that you need to be very careful about holding anything other than a Luka and thinking there's going to be a buyer for it, right? When AD challenges first come out, or when the AD rewards come out, you might be able to flip it very quickly to some Luka challenge, or right, somebody's going for this master challenge, and it's just scared they're not going to get one. You might be able to get a premium in price. But I think over time, almost all of the pricing action and all of the value is going to go towards Luka. So, I guess I just feel like a lot of people are not understanding the extent to which their cool cats moments other than Luka are not going to hold up in value, at least not comparatively, because right, no matter what the market does, the Luka is going to be the choke point, right? The thing that more people want, more people are trying to get, than there are access to moments. So that's just kind of like for me, that's just a huge part of my planning for this. And of course, I'll give the disclaimers now, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you how to invest. I'm just explaining how I'm investing. And when I see these numbers, right, I think if things go, no matter actually really no matter how things go, right, Luka could come down massively in price. But if he does, I think every other cool cat would also be coming down in price way faster. If you don't want a Luka to complete the Master Challenge, you sure as hell don't want an Anthony Davis to complete the challenge. You're much more worried about getting the Luka. So if Luka is losing pricing, I think every single other Cool Cats moment is plummeting much faster. So when you're investing in Cool Cats, I think Luka's the only really safe store of value because it's the only one where every single one of those moments is needed by somebody. At this time, it's needed by whoever wants to finish the challenge. Right, if everyone on the platform just decides they don't want the LaMelo, yeah, Luka's not safe, but neither is any moment at that point. So I just worry. I mean, if I can get this across to anyone that is currently holding for any one of these people that is not part of this group, I just want to temper your expectations, right? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, and 80 just shoots up in value, and congratulations, go get your money. But I just want to temper expectations because there's going to be a lot of people in here, right? People that are going to get an AD minted, and they're going to have three options. They're either going to have to find a buyer at a price that they like, right? And if they can't, they're just going to keep undercutting. Or they're going to have to find a Luka. Because if they're not going to find a buyer, then they're saying, I want to hold this card. And I can't, with the way that challenge looks, with the way that highlight looks, I just don't see why they would want to hold this if they're not interested in doing the Master Challenge. It's the same thing with the Karl Anthony Towns. Like, I just don't feel like there's going to be a lot of people that are just like, I want to hold this Series 2 Karl Anthony Towns rather than some other moment, right? Once this challenge is over, and hopefully everyone gets this, right? Once the challenge is over, a lot of the value of these cards disappears because their utility is gone. So I think a lot of these 3,808 people, they are going to be attempting to find a buyer. And they only have this many people that eventually need to get an AD. Right, and I'm assuming that's all these people, right? People that aren't getting their own AD. And that every single one of these people is serious about completing the challenge. But then that's your max number of buyers of an AD. Who aren't just saying, oh, I love the way this moment looks. I totally need one for my collection. Right, you only have this many buyers. And you have this many sellers. So, and then I think of those people, right, if they are serious and they got into this thinking, I'm going to complete the Anthony Davis challenge, and then I'm going to go get myself a Luka, and I'm going to go finish the whole challenge and get myself my LaMelo Ball. They're going to have a hell of a time, right? This many people need to, right? They're going to have a hell of a time getting one of these. So if you're one of these people, if you're one of the people that complete the challenge, I mean, I guess my suggestion is to sell the second the challenge is over, but that's only if I can't convince you. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Please don't yell at me if I end up totally wrong on this. But I'm just feeling like you're going to want to find a buyer right away, because pretty soon there's going to be approximately 3,000 of these ADs that serve no utility. They have no utility in a challenge because there will not be a Luka owner needing them. So I would sell quickly to maybe a Luka owner that doesn't know what they're doing and buys immediately because they're worried they're not going to get one. But I don't think these things are going to hold up. And anyone who's thinking that you're going to get this sort of price action on your AD, I don't think it's going to happen, right? Unless the whole market is doing this. If the whole market is skyrocketing up, sure, your Anthony Davis might go up in price, but so will every other moment. All right, and at that point, I think Luka will be going up by way more. So I don't, I'm not trying to prescribe anything. I'm just trying to get my thoughts out about what is behind my decisions, or what is behind my way of trying to play this challenge, right? My idea of basically just secure another Luka, and this thing will pay for every single other moment I'm going to need, right? If I'm correct, I think it will pay for every single one of these. I think one of these Luka rewards will be the price of buying every single thing on this list from scratch. Some of these I'll just be able to do myself, right? I'm not going to need to buy those. But I think every single one of these, I don't need to worry about what packs I get, what packs I don't get. I think it's going to pay for every single one of these. So that's just my thought. Again, in the comments, if you have any ideas, or you think I'm just absolutely full of shit, feel free to tell me. I'm always happy to have a dialogue here, or message me on Discord. I mean, my Discord is MicahG05 on there. So I'm happy to talk about it. I just wanted to sort of discuss the numbers, kind of talk about my reaction to the numbers, how I'm playing them, and provide maybe some sobriety to people that are thinking that the AD reward and those cool cats are going to be skyrocketing like Luka, right? You're thinking, okay, they're twice the print, they're going to be half the price. It's going to be $4,000 or $3,000. And I don't know about that. I think that your pricing for AD may end up more in the range of, right, this Series 1 is out of $2,000. It's $1,400. A Series 2 out of $6,000, maybe $300? $400? I think that's what you can expect from that AD. Even before the challenge ends, right? Because most of those moments are not going to have utility in the challenge. They're just going to be moments. So that's my fair warning to all of you, and just kind of a discussion I wanted to have, or kind of a rant maybe. But yeah, I just wanted to post it and kind of see what the community thinks. And hopefully I've illuminated this challenge a little bit more for somebody. If so, feel free to like. And I mean, again, I'm not doing much of this content again, so I don't really care if you subscribe. But yeah, I just wanted to get it out there and kind of post this information. So have a great rest of your day. Thanks.